to another unboxing video with me, Chris, from Infinity Flux, and this time we will be doing Zombicide Invader, which just came out today from CMON Games. We at Infinity Flux got everything, as you can see here, for Zombicide Invader, including the Black Ops expansion for the all-in, all the brown boxes you can shake a stick at, plus the Zombicide Dark Side expansion, plus its free stuff. We got dice, we got card holders, we got extra maps, we even got like a box just of plastic tokens. I think it's really cool. We've even got card holders this time and special doors. So as you take it all in here, we're going to be having this online we've got very few. I think there's only around 10 of them left. You'll be, so if you want one, it is $580, and that gets you everything that was included in the Kickstarter. Just contact us through Infinity Flux. You can check us out on Facebook and check us out online. Other than that, we'll get right into unboxing all of this. Thank you. All right, everybody. The first box that we're doing today is Zombicide Invader, the main game box that comes from CMON and Guillotine Games. It's going to have 72 miniatures in it. It's got 6 dashboards and ID cards. That's for all your stuff. You've got 9 double-sided game tiles, so we can lots of play time in there. You've also got 6 survivor bases, 6 dice, 48 trackers, and 125 miniature cards. So, not to hold you guys up too much, but let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to be using my trusty knife. Normally I use this knife with everything I unbox. It's just my favorite knife. I've unboxed many games with it. If you do not feel comfortable using a metal knife because you're afraid you're going to cut your cardboard or maybe some of the miniatures in or something like that, totally understandable. I'd recommend probably a plastic knife or scissors. I've just always used this for many years, so that's what I like to use. And so let's get started. This is one of many. We've got 17 items to go through before we get done tonight, so don't worry. There's plenty of video. Sorry that it's going to be a long video. But as you can see here, first we have, these are some kind of tile, and I will reiterate this. I've said this in my other unboxing videos, but just to let you know, I have not played any of these games yet. Most of this I've seen, if any information I've got is a little bit from Kickstarter. I like the surprise. I like to be like yourselves to see what's in it for the first time. To some level, obviously I know what some of it looks like or I wouldn't have backed it. But at the same time, don't remember that I am going to be going through all of this for the first time with you. So a lot of this I may not know what it is. Like these. I'm assuming this is some kind of terrain tile. Not really sure. One side looks kind of buggy, I don't know, alien-y. The other side looks kind of like the same thing, but on fire. And there's a bunch of them in here. I don't know what these are for yet. I'm sure that once I start playing, I will find out. Next we have, of course, the rule book. So here's the rules and missions for Invaders. And of course, it is all color, which is really nice. All the pictures to show you what you're actually getting, so you don't have to worry about trying to figure out what each miniature is, because good grief, there are a lot of them. Obviously a story to go with it, which is nice. Something to look at. And obviously here's your other ads for other Zombicide games, which of course you can also order through us if you want. And obviously I'm not going to go through the entire rule book. I want you guys to enjoy it when you get your copy. But just to kind of flip through it, see it's got some pretty detailed instructions here. I'm sure if you've played a Zombicide game before, this is going to be somewhat familiar to you. I'm assuming now that I see these are probably spawning grounds of some sort. But again, I do not know yet. All right, well, that is the rule book. Now on to, obviously, the other fun stuff in this box, which, haha, I tricked you, not the miniatures just yet. good old boards. And just to let you know, I have found out, I have researched these a little bit. These have no purpose other than that they are spacing in the box. So if you are like me and you like to kind of reduce your amount of stuff in the amount of boxes you need, because as you'll see later, a lot of the boxes we have are going to be smaller boxes with only a handful of miniatures in them. I normally put them in baggies or whatever and put them in the main box just so I can reduce the amount of boxes. Well, these are just spacers. They have no game purpose. They don't really do anything. Now, they're nice if you want to keep everything as original in the package if you want, but honestly, for the most part, these are just trash. Now let me go ahead and open this up. Yes, I will be using my knife, because I am a brave individual. Here we go. So first thing we're going to see here is your basic cardboard tiles. You know, again, with CMON, you're going to get pretty hefty cardboard thickness there, so you don't have to worry about them tearing up too easy. Now I think later on I'm getting ready to open up one that has plastic in it, but I'm not sure. You'll have to wait and be surprised. And then there's 12 of these, I think. 6, 7, 8, 9. Ooh, I can't count. There's 9 of these. So there's 9 double-sided tiles. So they look really good. They have lots of stuff on them. And of course they go probably together, not like that, but you know, probably something more akin to that. But you know, again, I'm not going to show you all the tiles because why ruin the entire, you know, exploring. Very Marsy looking planet this one's on. But I'm sure you guys didn't come here just to look at tiles. So here is the main core of this. So first, cards. These are your character cards. So I am going to open them up because the lighting does kind of mess with the glare on these. So I want to show you these guys outside of their package. And of course the back just shows the name of them, the front shows, you know, what their stats are. And then of course they will go in these awesome trays. As you can see, like this. And again, the trays have little experience marker sliders, which are nice. These are attached, so you don't have to worry about them falling off. Then here is a boatload of little bitty cards. And it looks like weapons, gear, and then I'm assuming once we get down here, there's probably going to be the enemy deck. Yep, there we go. The enemies. Oop, no! A casualty already. So these will definitely be something to explore later. And I'm actually going to set some of these aside for now because there's a thing I'm going to show you guys in a little bit that definitely pertains to them. And then we're going to go ahead and pop this one out. Set this aside for now so that you guys can see the miniatures that are in this one. So here's your survivors. You've got those plus this awesome robot guy. Now, I will let you know at the end of this video, if you want to stay all the way to the end or even skip to the end, you can take a look. I will be setting out, not every single miniature, because between all these boxes, it's hundreds, but I am going to be setting out a selection so that you can kind of take a look and see what they look like, maybe see scale, because that's a big beastie right there. Which I will tell you, another thing that we sell at Infinity Flux is the new contrast paint system from Games Workshop, which I think would work great on something like this guy right here, if you're into such things as painting your miniatures for this game, which honestly I might. Here's a very Cthulhu looking alien. And then of course a couple of survivors. I want to show you them real quick so you can kind of see those. Don't like to dwell on the miniatures too much because one, there's a lot of them, and two, just, you know, I'm going to show you some later, and when you get your copy of the game, if you get one or your friend gets one, you get to kind of experience how cool the miniatures are yourself. Now on to, yay, colored plastic rings. I think that is a staple. I think CMON Games would know how to make one, a game, if it didn't have colored plastic rings in it of some kind. And these are the little pegs. If you'll notice, they're the different colors. They just go in these holes here to track all your information. And then 6 dice, which of course I will have more. 6 plain, 6-sided dice. I'm sure if you need more, if you play board games at all, you probably have buckets just like I do laying around. But that's it for this part of the box. And it does come with enough trays for all 6 players, for up to 6 players. Then, as I set this aside, now there is this box. And this is all your bad guys. Obviously there's some over here, but here's some others. I'm assuming that's a rather large, nasty dude. And then you've got, you know, just a lot more of the minions like I showed you earlier, but here's kind of the big bulk of them. Also, even though this is called Zombicide Invaders, I'm pretty sure these are technically supposed to be aliens. So think like the Flood from Halo, something like that. But that will be it for this box. Okay. And let me go ahead and get this picked up, and I will go ahead and get the next box out. Give me 2 seconds to throw this stuff in here. And I know this isn't perfect, but I'm putting it back quickly. Now the next thing to show you is Zombicide Black Ops. This was a expansion that is a true expansion for the game, not a standalone one. So you actually need Zombicide to play this one. It came in if you got the all-in, which of course with our set you get all of it anyways. So let's crack this open. It does come with less miniatures, but it comes with 9 full miniatures. It comes with more survivor dashboards. I'm assuming maybe you can do, because this game actually plays up to 12 people. My goodness. Of course, just basically more stuff, but let me go ahead and crack this one open and we'll take a look at it. Here we go. This is the Black Ops book. Now this is going to be probably some more rules for this specific scenario, but also going to have stuff in here like probably a lot of new missions mainly. As you can see, there's actually already getting the missions. So this book's not as big as the first book, but it's probably not having to give you all the rules of the game either. Then we get our package of tokens and whatnot, as you can see here. I'm not going to bore you with showing you more of the same tokens you've already seen. Here's some new boards, though. I will show you some of these because there's some differences here. There's some new stuff here. We've got just, it looks a little different. And then more little cards. Some more equipment cards. Again, with as much as I've got to go through on this video, I'm not going to go dwell on these much. Because as I can see, it looks a lot like just new stuff. And then so here are 6 more player trays for up to 6 more players, some more characters, more of these. These are, I actually saw them a minute ago and now I forgot what they are. Anyways, more pegs, more rings. Obviously, these are different colors than the first 6, that way you can play with more people. More heroes. And one really big bad guy. Show you another one of these, like some. Also, another thing I'm really liking about these so far is in some of the games I've seen from CMON in the past, you'll notice that the bases sometimes are kind of a little warped from probably the molding process because it's all kind of molded together. But I've noticed these are very, if you look, very flat, which is good because when you put the rings on them or whatnot, it's nice that they're very, very flat. And then just let you see here, I was just going to kind of show you, like this is how this is kind of how the cards work. Like you have your weapons, and then like this might be a weapon or armor, but armor goes like this, weapons go like that, and then I think you have other little things that go here. It looks like kind of like equipment, like non-weapon, non-armor equipment. So that's kind of how these trays work. And surprisingly enough, that's actually it for the Black Ops box. It wasn't too hefty. Go ahead and re-sleeve this and on to the next box. Now what I'm going to get into next is a little bit more of the kind of the accessory stuff that you're able to get that comes with this. And then after that, it's going to be more of the miniatures that came as extras or Kickstarter exclusives. So, for all the people who missed this on Kickstarter and wants to buy this. Well, first we're going to get doors in 3D. Yes, I know. Very terrible joke. So this one should be a pretty quick box to go through. These are doors. Oh, I see. So they've got ways for you to stand them up, and then I guess doors to go in them. I'm not sure if what the different colors are for. They do kind of look like they match the players. which will be interesting. They should pop in here like this, and then they have some just gray ones. Not exactly, like I said, haven't had a chance to play this yet, don't know how these work specifically. So forgive me if I have no idea what these do yet. I mean, they're doors, so obviously they lead to stuff. But if you'll notice, they, see, and then you open them like that. This comes with, looks like 11 doors. I'm sorry, it comes with, 11 doors. It says 6 colored doors and 5 neutral doors. So, that's that. Then we're going to look at, this is what I was wanting to hold the cards for, this is the deck holder set. So it's going to be to hold all your little miniature cards. So these here, pretty simple. It says it's for the Xenos deck and equipment deck, so they're going to be different ones. Now what's really cool about these that I thought that was good on CMON is these fit in here like this, as you can see. So you can put your cards in. So, hey look, my cards are in there. Now if you'll notice, there's no room for sleeves, but that's where you'd be wrong. They actually make you an extra slot so that if you sleeve the cards, they still fit in here. I thought that is ingenious, so people who don't care about sleeving them don't have to worry about it, and they get the benefit of this. And the people who are like me, I tend to be rather protective of my cards in games and want to sleeve them, they can sleeve them. So this is, I thought, was pretty ingenious. Definitely worth it, especially to play games like this, where you've got like a bajillion stacks of cards, different card types, different things, and of course there's dice and miniatures and people's player boards and rule books floating around. It's nice to have something to keep your cards from getting like slid off into a pile or lost. But that being said, on to the next item, the tile set. So if you want to be able to, basically this is going to give you the ability to do more scenarios. It's also going to give you the ability to make up your own scenarios with more variety, because there is, in this set, there's 12 tiles plus an extra token thing. So, oh look, more of the same tokens we've seen already.